We are off and running on day 6 of Euro 2024. Every single game covered for you here on BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Sounds. It's Croatia against Albania. Clinton Morrison and myself, Lee Blakeman, your commentary team, as Albania have the ball on the halfway line. They're kicking from right to left as we look at things. Therefore, it doesn't take a genius to work out that Croatia are going from left to right. They go long from their goalkeeper, Lavakovic. And we've had, I make that now 23 seconds, and Albania haven't scored. What is that all about? We were treated very, very early on the other day when they played Italy. They're coming forwards now, ball into the penalty area from the left side. Croatia should tidy up, and indeed they do, but it's another lively start, Clinton. Albania enjoying a lot of the possession in the opening minute.
No, really good start. Barami down that left-hand side, he made a great run down the left-hand side, put a good ball into the box. It was well defended. I think it was Guardiola that came across, but it's been a good start from Albania, and I thought it'd be the other way around. I thought Albania would sit back and play on the counter-attack, but they're dominating possession at the moment.
Bayrami it was who got that fastest goal in Euros history the other night after 23 seconds. We're going to wait a little bit longer here this afternoon. Second round of group games in Group B. Croatia 0, Albania 0. Croatia finally now settling on the ball for the first time. Luka Modric in the midfield. 38 years of age, captaining the side. He's just signed another contract extension with Real Madrid. Formidable player, Croatian legend. What's he got for us this afternoon? Because he, along with many other people connected to Croatia, very, very disappointed with how the tournament started for them. They're all just getting early touches with the ball. Maya has just worked it in field. Kovacic will go long. That will carry all the way through to Thomas Strakosha in the Albanian goal. To talk about him, Brentford goalkeeper, that's why you may recognise the name. Joined on a 4-year deal 2 years ago, Strakosha has struggled to establish himself so far in the Brentford team. Hasn't played for them since the third round of the FA Cup back in January. Here are Albania on halfway, attacking down the left. Mario Mitai, the person who checks and goes back to the halfway line. Albania enjoying a lot of early possession in this game. 2.5 minutes gone, 0-0 between the two teams on 5 Live and BBC Sounds.
Yeah, they can't really get their foot on the ball at the moment, Croatia, but they'll be happy because they're not really, the Albania are not creating chances. It's a great atmosphere, and as I said, both teams are on the front foot.
Albania attacking from the edge of the centre circle, dribbling forwards. Good ball that from Larchi, edge of the area left side this time, forced to check, ball work back down the line from Bayrami, and now in field to Ramadani with a through ball, edge of the D. Can they find a way through this rocky looking Croatian back four, which was very, very rocky on Saturday night? They've started less than convincingly here, but they have the ball back inside the centre circle now. Croatia with Maya, works it from right to left, does well, checks on the halfway line, and now looks for some support. Gets it, of course, from his captain Luka Modric, right side of the centre circle, just puts his foot on the ball and looks at his teammates around him as if to say, let's just calm it down because we're playing this game early doors at Albania's pace.
Yeah, they need to get a bit of possession, and that's what you've got players like Kovacic and Modric that can put their foot on the ball and start dictating the passing, even though I say that and he gives it away. Yeah, Modric, which is really unusual.
Right on cue, commentators curse as Albania come forwards on the far side as we look at things there. Right, very difficult to see what's going on the far side because that's the part of the ground which is covered in shade. So Thomas Strakosha is the Albanian goalkeeper. 2 changes made by the Albania manager Silvinio for this game from the side that started the 2-1 defeat to Italy. Manai and Larchi in for Broja and Saferi. Albania free kick to the right of centre, third of the way inside the half. They go long, but it's guided back to the Croatian goalkeeper Dominik Lavakovic, who plays his club football for Fenerbahce, wearing all green with kind of black flashes across his kit. Traditional goalkeeper looking kit that, as Croatia play out from the back once more. But you just look at the way Albania have started in the opening 4.5. They have got Croatia boxed in their own half.
Yeah, they're playing on the front foot. That's what they're doing at the moment, and they're not letting them out.
Here we go for the first time with the attacking right back, Josip Juranovic, bursting down the right. Clinton said just before kickoff that's what he's been brought into this side to do as one of 3 Croatian changes. We've not seen Perisic in action yet on the other side, but that was a good first real run from Juranovic. The ball goes behind for the first corner of the game after 5 minutes, and it goes in Croatia's favour. It's going to be an in-swinger from the Croatia right. Maya goes short, he's going to receive the ball back. A little bit of time and space here, man overlapping, cross goes in, it's fizzed in low, but it's going to be dealt with by Albania in the end. They get the ball clear. It's Juranovic bombing on, who put in the cross, as here comes Maya again. Checks 25 yards out, looks for options, 2 inside the area and 3 on the edge of it. First real spell of attacking threat that we've seen from Croatia so far. Kovacic on the edge of the centre circle, plays a 1-2 in the midfield, and Croatia work it from right to left. Perisic in the shade gets his first real touch of the ball as Croatia come back again from left to right. Maya enjoying a lot of the ball on the right, cuts inside on his left foot, 30 yards from the byline. Albania so well organised, really difficult for Croatia to break down here. Modric is going to have a go, forced to go back to Maya, and he goes back into the midfield where Kovacic keeps it moving. Brozovic will take over, now playing his club football in Saudi Arabia. Croatia keeping the ball, but Albania not really letting them go anywhere with it at the moment. Brozovic out to the right, Juranovic, Union Berlin, as Clinton mentioned earlier, formerly of Celtic. Ball cleared away from the cross by Albania. Throw into Croatia, midway inside the Albania half. Yeah,
it's better from Croatia. You can see Modric though, he's getting his foot on it. He's asking for his players like Pekovic to come and show feet. He wants to play neat 1-2s around the box. Maya frustrates me, the winger, to be fair, Maya, on the right hand side, because you want to get crosses into the box and he doesn't. He takes that extra touch, and Pekovic wants crosses into the box, but they're growing into the game now, Croatia.
7 played on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Yeah, Croatia starting to move through the gears here with Perisic, striker, playing at left back today. Modric, ball out to the left, nice raking ball brought down on his chest by Perisic to the edge of the area left side, cuts in on his right foot. Can Kovacic take over here? Yes, he can. Good first challenge, needs to be careful with the second, can't make it stick. Albania should clear but lose out, and now the ball's played forwards to the edge of the area. Opportunity here for Maya, back to goal inside the box, puts in a cross on the turn, deflected. Is there enough on that to go out for a corner? No, there's not. Albania will clear it to halfway. Croatia will come again, and after a good early start, Albania now the ones finding themselves sitting very deep as Croatia try and find a way through. That's a foul in the midfield. Free kick to Croatia just to the left of centre, 30 yards from goal. As I say, Clinton, gears starting to be moved through now by the Croatians.
Yeah, most definitely. You can see there Pekovic does ever so well. He just shifts the ball and he gets the free kick, but they are starting to grow in it. And as I said, the three in midfield, in particular Modric, Kovacic, are starting to get onto the ball. Maher's coming off that right hand side, coming into little pockets and causing problems, and it gives defenders headaches. But yeah, it's about 30 yards. I can't imagine Modric's going to have a shot. I think he'll be delivering it into the box.
I was going to say, is he going to dare take on a shot here early on? Just over 8 minutes gone. He's got that cheeky look on his face, Luka Modric, but surely not from here. Maya stands over it too. He leaves it, chipped in by Modric, headed away, unchallenged by Albania. They pick up the ball on the edge of the D and will clear to their left. Wasted opportunity in the end because Modric knew exactly what he was going to do. Nobody on the end of it. And now here comes Bayrami for Albania on the counter. Juranovic gets back really well, intercepts, makes the challenge, and then dribbles the ball clear down the right. 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Croatia 0, Albania 0 in the second round of group games in Group B, as Croatia come forwards now down their left. Nicely worked from right to left. They continue to move inside the penalty area. Perisic is out there. Ball played to the edge. Opportunity here. Well defended by Albania. Taken on the chest of one of their midfielders on the edge of the D, and then they find themselves in time and space. Work the ball out to the left to Bayrami. He will put his foot on the ball and we'll just look to shift the balance of play somewhat, because it's all Croatia at the moment.
It is, and Bayrami's the one where you look at with the Albanian team, can he put his foot on like he just did there and slow it back down? Because this is how I thought the game would pan out with Croatia dominating, Albania having a lot to defend and playing on the counter-attack. But Croatia will be disappointed because they are getting on the ball, but they're not really testing the goalkeeper at this precise moment.
Ball midway inside the Albania half. Albania's only major tournament appearance before this was 8 years ago at Euro 2016. They finished third in their group, losing 1-0 to Switzerland, 2-0 to France, just missing out on a place in the knockout stages of Euro 2016 in the end on goal difference after they managed to beat Romania 1-0. Can they get their first win of Euro 2024 here this afternoon? They're on the attack, down the right, in the shade, on the far side as we look at things. 10 played as the cross goes in, and it's beaten the keeper and his near post. Cross in from the right, and Livakovic made a complete mess, and it's gone in from Larchi. Cross comes shot, in it went, and the Albanian supporters are going absolutely crazy. They scored early against Italy on Saturday, and they take an early lead in Hamburg this afternoon. 10 played, Croatia 0, Albania 1.
Yeah, it's a brilliant header from Larchi. He makes that third man around what you want. It's a fantastic ball on the left, on the right hand side. He whips a great ball in, and Larchi, no one picks him up. And that's why I say where you have got to have midfielders who want to defend. And Croatian midfielders don't like defending. It's just he runs. It runs off Brozovic. Brozovic looks at him, sees him, and just lets him go. And it's a fantastic header. It's a brilliant header. It just beats him. Yes, the goalkeeper could. No, in actual fact, it's poor goalkeeping. But I'm going to say really good header, but poor goalkeeping. He should definitely save that. But he runs off Brozovic, but Albania won't care about that.
Larchi brought into the team as one of two changes. It was a very, very faint touch that he got on the cross from the right, but it squirmed away from the goalkeeper, Livakovic, who will look at that and think, must do better. They've had 36% possession in the opening 10 minutes of this game, Albania, but they've taken the lead, 1-0, Larchi in the 11th minute, but big question marks need to be asked of the Croatian goalkeeper there.
Yeah, it's poor goalkeeping. You understand if it goes to the top corner, it goes right in it. But once you've got your hand to it, your hand should be strong enough to make that save. But as I said, Albania won't be bothered about that. And Larchi, the run was fantastic though. The run deserved a goal, and he done ever so well. He had the desire to get into that box, and it was a good header.
Good run, very faint header. Didn't get a lot on it, but it was enough to put off goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic of Fenerbahce, playing for Croatia, and Croatia find themselves behind. Albania leading early on once again. Croatia 0, Albania 1 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Croatia looking to make up for things straight away. Modric right side of the midfield. And they will just look to move and continue to build on that early dominant spell that they had, Croatia. Albania know all about defending leads in this tournament. Didn't manage to hold on too long against Italy on Saturday night. The ball's with Perisic, midway inside the Albania half on the left for Croatia, who seemed stunned by that early Albanian goal. Croatia midway inside the Albanian half here, moving it from right to left. What do they do here? Because they've been struggling to find a way through. The 4-3-3 setup of Albania. Here's Modric. He's the man who knows how to unlock so many doors. Hasn't been able to unlock any so far here at Euro 2024. Ball out to the left to Perisic. Heads it in field, and the move breaks down. Albania will clear, and here they come again on the counter down their right, over the halfway line. Forced to check. Surely a free kick. Yes, says Francois Letexier from France, the referee. Free kick to Albania on halfway for a foul by Josko Gvardiol of Manchester City.
Yeah, it's not really working for Perisic down that left-hand side at the moment. He looks like a person who's been injured for quite some time. He doesn't look sharp enough there. He's not moving the ball quick enough on that left. And the reason he's in the side on the left is to get crosses into the box. No crosses. Juranovic down this right-hand side has been a threat, but Albania will be happy. This is what they played for, to get that goal, and they'll hold on, and they'll just play on the counter-attack now.
Croatia's 6th successive appearance at the Euros, 7th in total. The furthest they've ever got, though, the quarter-finals in 1996 and 2008, losing at Old Trafford actually in 1996. Albania on the attack here, looking to heap more misery onto the Croatians, as it's Bayrami coming into the Croatian penalty area left side, right foot shot goes for the bottom corner. Did that get a deflection? Yes, says the referee. Or does he say it took a deflection? No, it's not. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Bayrami looking for the near post.
No, I think you're right. It could be a corner. I think it comes off Juranovic. It did take a deflection. Bayrami comes inside. It was good defending from Juranovic. He manages to match him, and I do think it has gone for a corner. Because if we saw it, the referee should definitely have saw it.
He has seen it.
There you go. So you were right.
Too much credit.
I'll give you credit. I'll give you the credit. I'm allowed to do that.
Such a humble human being normally, day to day. As Albania get ready to send in this corner. Aslani with an in-swinging delivery from the left, low towards the near post, headed away to the edge of the area. Snapshot is blocked in the end by Croatia and Kramaric, who's back there defending. High ball forwards will go behind. Goal kick to Croatia. We have had 15 minutes on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Croatia 0, Albania 1 in Group B.
And they thoroughly deserve it, Albania. They've been the better team, even though Croatia, you'd say, dominated possession. They haven't had no cutting edge. And that is the same I said when I watched them against Spain. You can dominate, you can create the chances. You have to be clinical, because if not, you will get punished in football, and that's what's happened to them.
Albania coming forwards again in the midfield, headed on to the edge of the area. Man goes down in the box for Albania. Nothing doing, says referee Letexier from France. And eventually, free kick does go Albania's way, a little bit further back in the half on the edge of the centre circle. It's all Albania at the moment. Croatia do not know what has hit them.
No, definitely not. And I always feel they struggle in them central areas. Pekovic there, ball comes up to him, easily can take it in, and he doesn't, and he handballs it. So they have to be better.
Here come Croatia on the attack now down the right with Modric. Plays the ball against an Albanian defender, wins his side a throw-in and turns to the ball, boy or girl on this near side, and says, look, I want it quickly. I want to take this throw-in now. I want to do it in a hurry. In the end, leaves it for Juranovic, who just wipes the ball on this near side of the field. Modric moves infield, looking a very concerned Croatian captain at the moment. Long run-up for Juranovic with this throw, level with the edge of the Albanian penalty area, wearing shirt number 22. In it goes, long delivery towards the 6 yards area, headed away to the edge of the box by Albania, hoofed high, not really cleared. Modric brings it down in the midfield. Brozovic takes over, ball played forwards, Albania clear back to halfway. What a start to this game, the first of 3 we've got for you today on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. The 5 o'clock kickoff, Germany against Hungary in Stuttgart in Group A with Vicky Sparks and Izzy Christensen, and then the big one at 8 also in Group A in Cologne, Scotland against Switzerland. Kelly Cates presenting from inside the stadium alongside Pat Nevin and Alistair Bruce Ball. That should be a cracker. This has been so far in the opening 17 minutes. Croatia have it with Maya, switches things from right to left, and no matter what they try and do, Croatia at the moment, down the right, down the left, down the centre, things keep breaking down. Kovacic goes direct and decides not to pass it, dribbles it past 2, and then in the end Croatia win themselves a free kick, much to the dismay of a couple of the Albanian defenders. So a free kick to Croatia, wide on the left, midway inside Albanian territory. Spot on from the referee, given for a shirt pull against Asani. Free kick being lined up on the left by Lovro Mayer of Wolfsburg. A short ball over the top into the area. Again, nobody attacking whatsoever in Croatian colours. Ball goes out for a Croatian throw, level with the edge of the Albanian area. On the left this time, Perisic back in the side. Mentioned earlier, plays for Hajduk Split. 33 goals for his country, playing as left full-back today. That's a long throw from him, flicked on, danger here as the ball goes towards Maya. Albania clear sideways to the right-back area, danger still not clear, just anywhere will do from that clearance. Eventually it goes towards the centre circle, and then Croatia pick up the pieces in the midfield. Kovacic is there, ball back out to the left. Perisic once more, running at the goal scorer Larchi, couple of step overs, in goes a decent looking cross, diving header away from the centre to the right, back towards Perisic. Might run out of space over on that side, settles for a throw, does Perisic, takes it quickly, and goes back down the line. Croatia starting to build again, but they trail 1-0 to Albania here on BBC Radio 5 Live. Modric's ball over the top, well read in the end by centre-half Djimitsi, and then Albania will clear to their left, and here they come with Bajrami down the left on the counter. Great sliding tackle going in by Josip Sutalo, because otherwise Bajrami would have been through on goal. And now on the counter-attack, here come Croatia to the edge of the area. Men arriving in support. Shot goes in from distance from Kovacic. Good block. Spins inside the box. Really open game here at the moment in Hamburg. Kovacic edge of the box, right foot. Brozovic, shot all the way through and behind for a goal kick. Just as I was about to heap praise on Bajrami for the Albanian counter, Croatia come with a counter of their own down the other end.
It's a good game of football. It's end to end. You can see I haven't spoke for 5 minutes, and that's unusual because I love speaking. So that's how good the game is, to be fair. But yeah, really good defending, and just then at the end, Kramovic done ever so well. I'm thinking, can he get the pace? And it was good play. Kovacic plays it to Brozovic, and he drags the shot wide. But you can see now, Brozovic, he's yet to be one of the holding midfielders. They're now stepping on because they know how crucial it is to get the Nets going in this game. But really good game of football, end to end.
Cracking game. We've only had 20 minutes of it. Croatia 0, Albania 1. And we were saying when we met up earlier, Clinton, there have been a few games that you've looked at and thought, meh, so far in the tournament, but on the whole it has been an absolutely cracking watch every single day as Croatia come on the attack again with Maya. Ball to the left here, 25 yards from goal. Perisic is over there. Maya will receive it back. But forwards he goes to the byline. Cross goes in, easily gathered that time by the Brentford keeper for Albania, Thomas Strakosha.
Yeah, it was good play there. I think Perisic wanted Maya to play the ball earlier, but it was really good, assured goalkeeping. But yeah, we did have a chat earlier, and you was worried that maybe it would be a 0-0. And I said, Clinton Morrison doesn't get 0-0s, so you don't have to worry, mate. So we've had that goal, and there'll be a few more in this game, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for an unrelated, really pointless omen, the last game that myself and Clinton did together was the middle of last month. It was a Monday night, and it ended Aston Villa 3, Liverpool 3. So more of the same of that, please.
You do the maths.
1-0 to Albania at the moment. We're going the right way because it's wide open. Modric cutting in from the right. He's got support ahead of him, looking to pick out the run of Juranovic, who's come forwards from right back. But Albania have the answers defensively and then clear towards halfway. The reason I was worried that this could be a 0-0 is because there hasn't been one in the tournament so far, and of all the teams who've qualified for Euro 2024, along with the Czech Republic, these two are in the bottom 3 goal scorers in qualifying collectively.
Well,
one got 12, one got 13.
Yeah, that's a great point you made, and that says it all about Croatia. That's why they've struggled. They dominate possession. They just do not have that clinical instinct. They lack the centre forward and number 9, like they used to have of years gone by in David Suka, someone who can just put the ball in the back of the net. That's why they struggle. They play beautiful football, but they're not clinical enough.
First ever competitive meeting between Croatia and Albania. At the moment, Albania lead 1-0 as we hit the midway point of the first half. Ball on the left with Aslani for Albania. Switches from left to right over the halfway line. Husay of Lazio takes over, moves it forwards, and Albania come out of their own half for the first time in around about 3 or 4 minutes, linking things together, just trying to build confidence back amongst their players in the midfield. Back to the left to Mario Mitai of Lokomotiv Moscow. Attack breaks down as they approach the Croatia right back area because Juranovic, going forwards and going back, has had a cracking game so far. Here he is on the ball at the moment, checks midway inside the half. You thought his first touch was poor, but he recovered the situation really well. Modric will take over. Maya in the midfield, plays the 1-2, takes it to the edge of the area. Perisic in support, picks him out, wide left. Can Perisic dig out a cross? At the moment, Husay's got him marked tightly. Plays a 1-2 with Maya. Once again, we see the fantastic organisation of this Albanian team when they're defending. As soon as Croatia get to the edge of their penalty area, they run out of ideas and options. Here's Kovacic in the midfield, plays a nice 1-2 to the edge of the area, and again, as he tried to just move his way between the two centre-halves, tackle goes in, attack breaks down, and Croatia have it back on the halfway line. Juranovic goes back to the centre-half.
Yeah, he's the one, Kovacic, he's the one, when they get in and around that edge of that box, he's the one that quickens it up. Maya's meant to be playing on the right-hand side. He's just wandering everywhere, and that's why they don't have enough width at the moment. Kramaric is the same. That is why they've got the two fullbacks in it, Juranovic and Perisic playing, who are really attacking, because the two wingers they have come in and narrow the pitch up, and that's why the fullbacks in this formation are huge for Croatia.
Juranovic in from the right, gives it to Kramaric, whose name I've hardly said in the opening 24 minutes of this game. Albania get a free kick, and that's been key to the defending that Albania have been doing. Petkovic and Kramaric not really involved.
No, they've not been involved. Asani on that right-hand side is doing a good job. He's doubling up. And Kramaric, as I said, he doesn't play like a natural left-sided. I think he's more better playing through the middle, but they want to play the big target man, Petkovic, through there. He's coming into little pockets, but there's no space for pockets, so they have to keep moving the ball. The whip's going to be important. The likes of Perisic and Juranovic, they're the ones who are going to be able to create something alongside Kovacic and obviously the impressive Modric.
Free kick to Albania on the edge of their own penalty area. There's so much fantastic content from the 5 Live and BBC Sounds team available via the app and the website right now. I've wanted to tell you about it for the last 10 minutes, but you just can't take your eyes off this game for a second. A fantastic interview that Steve Crossman has done sitting down with England's Anthony Gordon. Absolutely superb, available via the 5 Live Football Daily right now. And then if you get a chance to go to the 5 Live Sport Twitter or X feed, watching Ian Dennis last night trying to shoehorn in as many Taylor Swift references as was physically possible into a chat with Kelly Cates was amazing.
That's our man, Deno. He loves it, don't he? That is our main man, Deno. And Crossy doing good interviews, that's good as well. But Crossy is a good one as well, so that's good.
If you watch the video of Ian Dennis doing the Taylor Swift references, just look for his reaction, how happy he is with himself every time he gets one in. Is Croatia sending a cross here from the right, headed over the crossbar in the end? I never ever had Ian Dennis down as a Swiftie, ever. It's genius. Go to see it.
I'll be honest, he's good at a lot of things, and he knows a lot of things that give him that. He might have been messaging me, asking me for a bit of help.
A Swiftie, yeah?
Yeah, no, not really that good, but I would have been asking someone else. It was a three-way call we were having.
Croatia 0, Albania 1. So much good stuff available via BBC Sounds. Goal kick to Albania. Don't forget to subscribe and listen to the Football Daily, where you'll find our special 4-part series with Wayne Rooney looking back at his incredible Euro 2004 campaign. Listen only on BBC Sounds via the Football Daily feed. Long ball forwards by Albania. Foul by Sutalo, the Croatian centre-half. And that's going to be a free kick to Albania, the leaders in this game, dead centre in the pitch, dead centre in the half. Yeah,
it's good centre-forward play. He holds up well and obviously gets too tight to him. And once you get too tight, he will roll you. So really good centre-forward play there. Good hold-up play from Manji. Really good.
We saw what happened the last time Albania were able to just chip in a cross towards the Croatian penalty area. It resulted in the game's only goal. Larchi with that very faint header. Goalkeeper Levakovic got into a right old mess. Let's see what can come of this free kick. As I say, dead centre in the pitch, maybe a squidge to the right of centre. It's chipped in now from right to left. Albania pick up the ball wide on the left wing this time. Cross goes in, keeper comes, miscommunication between goalkeeper and defender there. Levakovic came, Petkovic was back, didn't hear the shout, and Albania have a throw.
Yeah, Levakovic has to be more confident there, and because I know being an ex-striker, if I'm in that position and I let the ball go, I'm worried. So Petkovic did the right thing. Levakovic has to be more assertive when he's shouting for the ball in them sort of situations.
Analysis from a former international striker alongside a very poor Sunday League goalkeeper here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Mitai receives the ball back for Albania.
I'm not having that.
That's terrible. I'm a goalkeeper who's about 5'4" tall. In goes the cross, headed up high in the air defensively by Croatia. Should fall for Kovacic, and does. He's facing his own goal at the moment though, so needs some help with getting this ball clear. Eventually it's cleared down the left to Kramaric, who can't make it stick, and Albania will go back into their own half to the centre half of Atlanta. Jitmitsi and they will build again from the back, approaching the half-hour point in Hamburg. Second group game in Group B, Croatia 0, Albania 1, and it's Albania on the attack down the right. Asani's delivery, and it goes clear to the edge of the box as the shot goes in over the crossbar that time. You'll put that down as a half chance because of the way it fell, but it was another opportunity that time for Husai of Lazio.
Yeah, Husai does ever so well. Asani again on that right hand side, he delivers a great ball into the box, and they deal with the first one, and Husai coming onto it. It would have been some goal if that goes in. Would have probably been one of the goals of the tournament. He's on his weaker left foot, and it's on the half volley, but it's over the bar. But Asani again down that right hand side, as soon as you let it get in onto his left foot, he's delivering balls into the box, and that is what Croatia are not doing, and Albania are doing ever so well.
We've seen some crackers in the opening few days of the tournament. I'm thinking of yesterday's Turkey game and Monday's Romania game in particular, but that would have been the best of the bunch.
Yeah, I think the two goals in the Turkey game yesterday were outstanding. Unbelievable goals. But yeah, that's what you get in these brilliant tournaments, world-class goals, because there's world-class players in this tournament.
What's fantastic is you see games lined up when the group stages come out, like Spain-Italy, which we've got on BBC Radio 5 Live tomorrow, England-Denmark, and you think they're going to be crackers. You see games like yesterday where on paper, Turkey-Georgia, you were thinking, is that going to be up to much? And it's been by far and away the best game. The tournament always throws up.
Yeah, that's the best game so far of the tournament. That was outstanding. That score could have been any score. I thought they were brilliant. I thought the fans were brilliant, and there's a great atmosphere.
Croatia with Modric in the midfield, just inside the Albanian half, tries to thread it through down the centre. Again, the move breaks down, and I keep on repeating myself, but the Albanian organisation is fantastic as they come on the counter. Opportunity for two, good save by Livakovic. Fantastic save to deny Ramadani, left side of the area, 9 yards out. It looked for all the world like that was going to be 2-0. It should have been 2-0. Ramadani, unmarked, took it on his right foot, and Livakovic made himself big, made the block. Albania will win themselves a free kick in midfield. Clinton.
Livakovic, unbelievable for save. For how he made a mistake with the first goal, I think this second save is fantastic. It's an unbelievable save because it's a mistake, and Ramadani, he'll be disappointed though he's not scored that, because it's a golden opportunity. All he has to do is try and bend it into that far corner. Great opportunity, but it's an outstanding save. It's a brilliant save because he tries to beat him on his near post. It's a really good save, but he'll be disappointed. He should be bending that into that far corner. It's kept Croatia in the game.
Yeah, first save that either keeper has made in this game so far, and he might have to make another one here because it's an Albanian free kick inside left, just past the midway point of the Croatian half. It's whipped in with plenty of height, too much on that, goes all the way behind for a goal kick to Croatia. We have had 32 minutes in Hamburg. Croatia 0, Albania 1. So close to Albania getting a second goal, and we were talking a few moments ago about, particularly in qualifying, how Croatia have struggled for goals for whatever reason, despite the quality that they've got in the forward line and in the midfield. If they go 2 down here, they will be in a world of trouble if they aren't already.
Yeah, we've seen it many times with the Croatian team. You look like they're struggling, and then all of a sudden they pull out results and they'll get a goal. But at the moment, there's only one team I can see winning this game at the moment. Famous last words, Albania, because they've been the better team, even though Croatia have dominated. It's Albania. They're the ones who is causing problems and testing the goalkeeper. So full credit must go to them. Silvino and Zabaleta on the coaching staff are doing a brilliant job.
Yep, Silvino, former Arsenal man, of course, in charge of Albania these days. His team need to defend well here because it's Croatia on the attack. Raking ball from the centre to the left. Good defending by Albania. Croatia with a throw. Croatia 0, Albania 1 here on 5 Live. And we love analysing football. We love breaking things down and finding out why teams are struggling. The reason Albania are beating Croatia so well here is because they're far more creative up top and they're far more solid at the back. It is as simple as that. Better defensive organisation, better attacking creativity. Croatia on the right with Juranovic, who came into the side as one of 3 changes made by manager Zlatko Dalic from the 3-0 defeat to Spain Saturday tea time. His team at the moment have absolutely no idea of how to get through this Albanian setup. They've got it on the edge of the centre circle. They move it from right to left and then back again, picking out Lovro Majer wide on the right. Takes it to the edge of the penalty area. Low ball in, going absolutely nowhere, kicks it straight against an Albanian player, and Croatia in a split second are forced all the way back to their goalkeeper.
It frustrates me, Maya, because if you're down as a winger, you have to hug the touchline and get crosses in. He's not once got a cross in for Petkovic, the striker, or Kramovic coming in on the other side. Get crosses into the box. That's how you're going to score goals. That's how Albania scored goals. Watching Croatia here, it frustrates me. Everything's in front, and that's brilliant and easy for the Albanian defenders. Nothing. They don't move the ball quick enough at the moment. It's neat and tidy, but it's not effective.
Croatia coming inside right at the moment. Majer, he's got Juranovic wide of him, and again just stops, looks at two Albanian defenders, forget he's got the ball at his feet, and just loses possession of it. Easy clearance for Albania. Poor clearance though by Albania. Should have been better. Picked up on this right side by the Croatian captain Luka Modric. Ball across the 18-yard line, should be defended well, and is, by Albania. They will come away down the centre, working the ball to the right. Just over 10 minutes to go until half-time. Croatia 0, Albania 1 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Ball in from the right by Albania is poor. Falls for Luka Modric in the midfield. And now here comes Kramaric, away down the left. For Croatia, he's got two in the middle. Kramaric brought down. Is that a free kick? Yes, says the referee. Free kick to Croatia, right on the edge of the Albania area left side.
Asani's facial expression knows he's given foul there. He has caught him. Kramaric, probably the first time we've seen him in the game so far, and it's in a dangerous position there. And this is where you think Croatia should be a threat with the delivery from Modric, who can try and deliver it into an area where they can cause problems.
I mean, that facial expression that Asani pulled when the free kick was given against him, he looked like he'd seen a ghost. It was the most obvious free kick you'll see all day. Yeah,
we try and do that as attacking players when we've made a mistake.
You're admitting to having made a mistake?
Oh, loads of mistakes, yeah. If I'm trying to track back, I'm not good enough for that.
Modric and Majer stand over this free kick. It looks like it's going to be the captain, Modric. Whips it in towards the 6 yards area. Good punch away by Strakosha in the Albania goal. Falls for Kovacic in the midfield. Back out to the left to Luka Modric. Cuts in on his right foot. Support arrives. And eventually Croatia are forced back into the midfield. Still Croatia 0, Albania 1, even though Croatia had the ball there on the left in a very, very promising position. It's now Albania who have it on their left and will clear away the danger. On this near side, applying the press is Lovro Majer. Puts in a foot, needs to be careful not to concede a free kick here to Albania. Eventually does. Albanian free kick inside their own half, and you can just see the Croatian players getting more and more frustrated as the minutes take by. Yeah, they're frustrated, and you're looking at the manager. Maybe can he make changes at half time? Because, as I say, this is a big game. If you don't win this, I think you're out, Croatia. You are out of the tournament. Even if you manage to get a result against Italy, I don't think 3 points will be enough. So this is a huge game for them, and they need to try and get back into this game, because in the first half they've been nowhere near good enough. Total of 8 players in this Croatian squad were in the side that made it to the World Cup final in 2018. Remember, they made it to the last 4 in 2022 as well. But in the Euros, as we mentioned earlier, they really have struggled. Quarter-finals, the best they've done in the Euros, Croatia, and they've not got that far since 2008 when they lost on penalties to Turkey. Here come Croatia, over halfway now, through the centre circle. I was going to say down the centre, where else would you find the centre circle? Croatia picked the ball up now just to the left of it, working it to the left. Modric picks out Perisic, running at the right back Husay. Croatia again, patient in their build-up, going absolutely nowhere with it. Through ball, in the end, is tame from 30 yards, and it's the easiest save that Thomas Strakosha will make all day. They have not got a clue what to do at the moment, Croatia. No, and you know what it is? The three midfielders are fantastic footballers, but you've got to have one of the midfielders that makes a run beyond Petkovic and tries to stretch the pitch, and that will open up the pitch. Everything's in front of Albania, and I'm banging my head here thinking, how have you not seen this? Because you've got some top quality players on there, and Albania want to defend that. They'll defend, they'll get in their numbers and they'll defend. They've been the better team, and they thoroughly deserve to be winning at the moment. If we had a camera on Clinton, he'd make a great meme, because every time Albania go forward, he's subtly nodding his head, and then whenever Croatia have the ball, he just looks horrified at what he's seeing from such an experienced side. Here they are midway inside the Albania half at the moment, just to the left of centre. Sutalo forwards from the back, plays it out to the left, where Kramaric is getting what's been a rare touch in the opening 39 minutes of this game. Ball played in field to Gvardiol, who's come forwards, and then Croatia lose it, and here come Albania on the counter. They've got 3 forwards. Croatia starting to get back in their numbers here, but they have it wide on the right, Albania, at the moment. Remember, leading this game in Group B by 1/11th minute, Larchi header to nil. Ramadani in the midfield, works it back to his centre half, and then it's Bayrami wide on the left. He was the one who scored that early goal against Italy on Saturday. Albania going nowhere at the moment. They've got it on halfway with Ramadani. As we tick towards half-time, I can't remember Thomas Strakosha making a serious save in the Albania goal.
No, not at all. They've not tested him. There's been long shots from like 25-30 yards, but they've all been back passes. No way has he made a meaningful save. So it's been comfortable for Albania. Really good.
Shock on the cards at the moment. One of 3 games we've got for you on 5 Live today. 5 o'clock kickoff, Germany versus Hungary with Izzy Christensen and Vicky Sparks. And then at 8 tonight, it's all about Scotland looking to right the wrongs of Friday as they take on Switzerland in the other Group A game. Commentary from Pat Nevin and Alistair Bruce Ball as we enter the final 5 minutes of the first half here. Albania free kick to the right of centre, just inside their own half. It's going to be launched forwards by Ayeti, the centre half. That's a free kick, is it for a push? No, says the French referee Francois Letexier. Here come Croatia moving forward. Kovacic, who's tried his best to carry the ball solo at times in the midfield. Kramaric in from the left, on his right foot, 25 yards out. Might fancy a shot here, instead works it onto his left foot and goes for the cross. Again, nobody really attacking it for Croatia. And then as Albania clear, they cleverly win themselves a free kick. And the Croatian attack, the latest one, comes to nothing. Yeah,
you see when Croatia get the ball and they break, there's not enough pace in the team. They're not breaking at pace, and that's how Albania can get back into their shape. So that's as I said, the manager's got big decisions to make at half-time. Does he bring on a couple of subs and try and go for it? Because at the moment, Albania have been comfortable, but they've been outstanding and thoroughly deserve it, Albania. They're a threat going forward, and they've got some good players as well.
It's interesting when you look at that formidable Croatian midfield 3 as the ball goes out for a Croatia throw on this near side. Kovacic, Brozovic and Modric. At times Kovacic has tried to do it by himself. Modric has tried to pull what strings are there to be pulled. Our Croatian podcaster in the build-up said he thought Brozovic would have been dropped. He hasn't been, and he's been by far and away the least influential of the 3. So keen to see what manager Zlatko Dalic does at half-time or just after. Croatia work the ball from right to left. Perisic, attacker, playing at left full back, sends in a deep cross, cleared away, only as far as Modric, on the edge of the D. Couple of step overs, but again, as he looks up, every single Croatian shirt is marked tightly and marked completely out of the game. Croatia somehow managed to win it back and work the ball to the right to Kramaric, who switched sides here. Cross goes in. That looked like that was going to be a Croatian corner. Albanian goal kick, says the referee.
Yeah, but it's better from Croatia because they've got width. You need natural wingers when you're playing against a defence like Albania that close it up and want you to go wide, because there's no room, there's no spaces in between the lines. But there's a good ball in from Kramaric, and Maya, you probably want Pekovic on the end of it. Maya's trying to get in there and he's too ahead of the front post and it goes wide. He did want a corner, and watching it back, it should have been a corner, but that's the first mistake from the referee and the last one.
Final 2 minutes of the first half. Croatia 0, Albania 1 across Euro 2024. So much fantastic content for you on the BBC Sport website, on BBC Sounds as well. Right now, England's Kyle Walker takes you inside the dressing room to find out what it takes to win over and over again in his new podcast called You'll Never Beat Kyle Walker, available right now only on the BBC Sounds app and the website. Here,
I'd have to agree with him though. No one does ever really beat Kyle Walker. What is he, 34? Oh, he's getting quicker and quicker with age. Ridiculous.
Certainly didn't beat him the other night. England return to action tomorrow against Denmark. Every single game, of course, live on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Mark Chapman, John Murray and the team will be inside the stadium for you tomorrow at 5 for what promises to be an absolute cracker, as has this game, to be fair. Croatia 0, Albania 1. Albania have been superb. Croatia, poor. Very, very poor. Had a lot of the ball and just do not know what to do with it, as Juranovic plays a right-footed cross from right to left inside the Albanian penalty area. Perisic couldn't bring it under control, and it goes straight through to goalkeeper Thomas Strakosha of Brentford and Albania.
Yeah, as much as how poor Croatia have been, you have to give full credit to Albania. They've come in there and they're just full of confidence at the moment. They're just taking on that form what they showed against Italy, but Italy had more about them in the final third than Croatia, having caused a lot of problems. But so far so good for Albania. Huge credit to Silvino and his coaching staff. They've set up and their game plan is working.
Back with Mark Chapman at half-time in the next few minutes. Final minute of the first half in Hamburg at the Volkspark Stadion. Croatia have it on the halfway line again. How many times have myself and Clinton said that in the first half? Croatia have it on the halfway line, because as they move past it, Albania have got everything covered. Ball out to the left. Perisic, ball played forwards. Kramaric is back over on the left. Perisic looks to send in a cross. Is Kramaric offside as he sends in the cross? No, says the assistant referee. All of the Albanian players look, but the ball in the end just deflects into the gloves of goalkeeper Strakosha. A minute of added time at the end of the first half here between Croatia and Albania, of which Albania have been by far and away the better of the two teams. Strakosha in all yellow hoofs the ball downfield, looking for one of his teammates to get on the end of it, and they do. They work it to the right, which is where the game's only goal came from. Can they get a second before the end of the half? Cross goes in, chance for 2-0, diving header. It was tame, not enough contact made in the end, and the goalkeeper makes the save, dropping to his right. I think it was Manai who got the header in, Clinton. It's
a great chance for Manai. I bet Brozia's sitting there on the bench thinking, I wish I had that opportunity. But great play again. They just get crosses into the box, into the danger area, what Croatia don't do. And Manai is a free header, but it's comfortable.
Croatia on the counter, looking to find an equaliser deep into first half stoppage time. Wide on the left is the one last move in this for Croatia. Here they come down the left, choosing to come inside. Kovacic has it, 30 yards out, might fancy a shot himself. Instead goes for the 1-2. Modric inside the area. Perisic will send in a cross. Headed down, and it's a good save to deny Kramaric, but the referee's blown for something in there anyway.
Yeah, I think he's blown for a foul. I think Kramaric just fouled, but you know what? That was better. And you know he's been their best player, Kovacic. He quickens up the pace there, plays it to Modric. Good ball in from Perisic, and there's a push from Kramaric. He doesn't need to push, and it's a good save anyway. But that is better from Croatia.
But it's taken them all half to get better, Croatia, to find a way through, because there is the half-time whistle in Hamburg. Croatia 0, Albania 1, a header from Larchi in 11 minutes, which squirmed under the Croatia keeper Dominik Livakovic, is what separates the two teams. Clinton Morrison, your thoughts on what we've seen from both?
Brilliant game of football, end to end. Listen, it don't disappoint me in the Euros. I think Albania, they were the underdogs, but they've not come in there under the underdogs, and they've been the better team. Even though Croatia have dominated, they've not really tested the goalkeeper, but Albania fully deserve to be 1-0 up. But second half should be really intriguing, because this is end to end, and Croatia know they have to get something.
What does the Croatian manager do with that formidable midfield three? Because it's a risk to break it up, but at the moment, certainly from the point of view of Brozovic, it's not working.
No, and I think you have to sacrifice Brozovic. He's been a fantastic footballer and a great servant for Croatian football, but I just think in this game in particular, where you need a goal, I think you need to bring on an attacking midfielder that's got more legs in there, and that enables the likes of Modric and Kovacic that can get forward, because Kovacic is the one player who's trying to quicken it up in and around the box. So big decision for the manager.
Upset on the cards in Hamburg. Half-time, Croatia 0, Albania 1.
Well, they can't keep doing the same thing, can they, Clinton? I watched so much. They've had 62% of the possession, and yet watching Albania defend, and they deserve credit for this, but all they've had to do is just move across side to side because Croatia are not even attempting to get in behind them or get the ball wide and put a ball in.
Chappers, it's so frustrating watching it, because you're right. You can have, that's what I say about stats, you can have all the possession you want, but if you're not going to work the defenders or work the goalkeeper, it's not worth having the ball. Then it's too slow. Everything's in front of Albania. They don't have enough width to cause problems, where on the other hand Albania have the width, and that's the frustrating. The last opportunity was where Kovacic quickened it up, played it to Modric, cross for Perisic, and it was a cross that came into the box and caused problems. So it's frustrating, and big decisions for the manager to make at half time, because it's been nowhere near good enough.
Mind you, Albania should really be 2 up with that chance for Manai at the end.
Oh, Manai's got to score. That's what I said. I bet Broja will be sitting there thinking, I wish I got that opportunity, because it's a great ball. But that's what they've done, Chappers. Crosses into the box, and Croatia don't defend. They don't pick up the centre forward. And Manai, it's a great header. I mean, it's not a great header. It's the ball's in brilliant, but the header's poor. But they're causing problem, Albania, for Croatia. It's been a really good first half.
Albania lead by a goal to nil. Second half on the way. We'll also talk a little bit about Germany against Hungary, which is our 5 o'clock kickoff. We'll go to Ascot. We'll look at the cricket as well, and the tennis, all after Lisa McCormack at 11 minutes to 3.
The voice of the UK.
And the home of the Euros and the general election 2024.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live. The jury in the case of a couple accused of killing their baby by gross negligence has been unable to reach a verdict. Constance Martin and Mark Gordon deny the manslaughter of the newborn baby Victoria, whose body was found in a shed in Brighton last year. Our correspondent Daniel Sandford was at the Old Bailey.
They've actually sat for about 72 hours and 33 minutes, and this morning they sent a note to the judge saying that they were unable to reach a verdict on the charge of manslaughter, so they were called back into court. The clerk asked them if they'd reached a majority verdict on manslaughter. They said no, they hadn't, and the judge has now discharged the jury from this case, so they'll no longer spend any more time considering their verdicts, and it'll be up to the prosecution to decide whether or not this case goes to a retrial.
Inflation's hit the Bank of England's target for the first time in almost 3 years. Prices rose at 2% in the year to May, down from 2.3% the month before. The Conservatives say their difficult decisions are paying off, but Labour says there are still lots of pressures on family finances. Here's Lib Dem Deputy Leader Daisy Cooper.
People are still feeling incredibly stretched. Bills are very, very high. Mortgage rates are higher. People are really struggling with this cost of living crisis, which is of the Conservatives' own making.
The police watchdog has told the Surrey Force to investigate whether a decision to ram an escaped cow with a patrol car was proportionate. The Independent Office for Police Conduct also wants investigators to consider whether the officers involved met standards of professional behaviour. The 10-month-old calf is recovering after the incident last Friday. 2 people have been arrested after spraying orange paint on the giant stones at Stonehenge. Video footage shows a man and woman wearing white T-shirts with the slogan "Just Stop Oil." A spokesperson for English Heritage says the damage is being assessed. And a cinema in central London has cancelled a screening of a film written using artificial intelligence after a public backlash. The Last Screenwriter was created using ChatGPT and was due to premiere on Sunday. In a statement, the Prince Charles Cinema says it's listening to concerns raised by customers.
On BBC iPlayer.
Shall we dance?
Oh, this is so Britain. Your presence is requested by the Doctor and Lady Ruby. Come on the occasion of a formal gathering.
Not a lord. Does not a lord have a name? Rogue.
To aid in the fight against unsavoury guests.
I found them!
They'll kill us. Then London. Then the world.
Please respond with haste.
Run. I'm normally the one that says that.
Doctor Who.
Let's go save this party!
Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Euro 2024 Deutschland.
With Mark Chapman.
On 5 Live and BBC Sounds.
And here in the first game of the day at the Euros, Albania lead Croatia by a goal to nil. Still have Germany against Hungary and Scotland against Switzerland to come, both full commentaries here on 5 Live. Let's go to Queen's next, though. Andy Murray in action for Russell Fuller to watch.
For what will be his 1,001st tour level match. His 1,000th match ended in a 739th win against Alexei Popyrin yesterday. It's another Australian today in Jordan Thompson, the world number 43, the man who beat Murray at Queen's Club in 2017, and that was the first sign that that hip was not in the condition it needed to be. If Murray wins today, it'll be a first Queen's quarter-final for him since that great year of 2016 when he just pretty much won every match in sight and ended up as the world number 1.
And just looking ahead to Wimbledon, Russell, it helps if you're British, if you want to get a wild card into the men's draw.
Yeah, it's time to cash in. Although these days you do have to be ranked usually in the top 250 in the world for the All England Club and the LTA to decide to award a wild card. And we've had the first batch announced this morning. On the women's side, actually 4 Grand Slam champions have got wild cards. Caroline Wozniacki, Naomi Osaka, Angelique Kerber and Emma Raducanu, plus Fran Jones, Lily Miyazaki and Heather Watson for Britain. And a quick look at the men's. 7 awarded, all to British players, including Liam Brodie, who's not actually played since March but has been in the 3rd round the last couple of years. Billy Harris, aged 29, who won only his 2nd ATP Tour match of his career here at Queen's yesterday, and also Henry Searle. Now there's a man well outside the top 250. He's 570 in the world, but he's got a wild card because he won the boys' title last year.
Russell, for the moment, thank you. Updates from Russell throughout the afternoon here on 5 Live. To Ascot next. The Queen Mary Stakes has just been run, John Hunt.
Yes, that race, Mark, is one of 6 races for the babies in horse racing, the 2-year-old races. The Queen Mary Stakes just been won in fine style by a horse trained in Yorkshire by Carl Burke called Leo Varney. She struck down the middle of the track impressively under jockey James Doyle, and that's a 6th Royal Ascot win in his career for Carl Burke. So his stable going very well indeed. Next up is the Queen's Vase, Aidan O'Brien's Illinois, likely favourite for that. And today's feature at 4:25, the Prince of Wales' Stakes featuring last year's Derby winner Auguste Rodin.
And just like with Russell, we'll be back with John throughout the course of the afternoon. The Super 8s get underway today at the Men's T20 World Cup. England go later on against an in-form West Indies. First up on Sports Extra, the United States against South Africa. Atif Nawaz, part of our commentary team for this one. They're going to have to go some the States to win this, aren't they?
They are indeed, but they'll be feeling quite optimistic, actually, I reckon, Mark, just because they had a phenomenal, like a dream run in the group stages where they managed to get a win against Canada on the opening day of the tournament, and of course, more remarkably, a huge super over victory over Pakistan to manage to knock Pakistan out of the competition effectively at that stage. So they're already riding the crest of a wave. They'll be very, very excited. They've got a huge following of fans that would have travelled to the Caribbean for this portion of the tournament as well. It's very exciting.
I know a lot of people do fancy South Africa, but their history over the years is that they do have the ability to lose a game like this, don't they?
They do have that ability. I think they've been a little bit more solid in this tournament. There's been a few games where they've been tested. They've gone down to the wire. They won a game over Nepal. I know that might not sound super impressive, but it was a very tight game where they managed to beat Nepal by just 1 run. So games, really tight finishes, as you say, where they're historically a little bit weaker. They look like they've made incremental progress. So they're coming into this game unbeaten as well. They'll feel optimistic and definitely heavy favourites to win this game.
So USA, South Africa first up. Our coverage of that will begin in about 20 minutes or so on Sports Extra. Then England against West Indies also on Sports Extra. That will get underway, or the coverage will get underway 1:15 in the morning. The match starts at 1:30. A couple of football lines away from the Euros. Steve Cooper looks like he'll be the next manager of Leicester, and the England goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck has joined Barcelona after the end of her contract at Manchester City. So once we're done with Albania and Croatia, we'll be on to Stuttgart, Germany against Hungary. Vicky Sparks and Izzy Christiansen in position for this. What's the atmosphere been like in Stuttgart today, Vicky?
Hello, it is certainly building here in a sweltering Stuttgart. So much excitement, of course, after that opening thrashing for Germany of Scotland, their biggest ever win at a European Championships. But I think the big question is, there were questions over just how deep Germany could go into this tournament, just how good they were. And really, on a night where everything that could go wrong did go wrong for Scotland, there are still questions about that. So this is a huge game for them against Hungary here. A Hungary side who Izzy and I saw in Cologne in their opening game of the tournament against Switzerland. They were woeful in the first half. They can't be as bad as they were in that 45, surely. It'll be interesting to see what sort of test they pose here in Stuttgart today.
Do you have questions about Germany, Izzy?
Well, I don't after that performance against Scotland. However, I think today will be a huge test for them because Hungary have got to come after them, and they've got to try and get some points on the board. I think Hungary would be happy with a draw, and I think for Germany it's about trying to build that momentum. But what we saw against Germany, I think it was fantastic. However, Scotland were very, very poor, and everybody knows that. Tony Kroos dictated the game, but he had so much time on the ball. So I think today, this afternoon, I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be a real test for the Germans.
So from a tactical point of view, from the Hungarians, is that the first player you try and negate, Tony Kroos?
Yeah, I think so. I think, the Scotland midfield couldn't get near him. And we've actually seen Tony Kroos dominate games, big games for Real Madrid, where he's up against, top-class midfielders, and he's still dominated the ball and controlled the game. And that's what he does. But I think for Hungary, they've got to ask themselves a question, how they're going to negate Tony Kroos. Like you say, do they go tight onto him? Do they push a player on? But what that does in this German team, it opens up space for the likes of Gundogan, Musiala, and that's the problem. And it's 6 and 2 threes for Hungary, but at some point they're going to have to go for it. And the system that Hungary play, they got it really, really wrong against Switzerland. And I think they will adopt the same system, but with much better. I'm sure they've had a hammering from their coach, Marco Rossi, in the meantime. And I think we'll see a much different Hungarian team this evening.
That's the thing, isn't it, for this game? If Hungary do, and they have to at some point, as you say, if they go after Germany, then if Germany stick with Kai Havertz sort of as a false nine, he, if he needed to, could drop in to offer midfield support, and you can keep either Wirtz or Musiala or both of them high and just hit on the counter.
Absolutely, and we've seen Gundogan in the Premier League for Manchester City running behind so often. He's very good at seeing that space, but as you say, Havertz very accustomed to doing that false nine role, as you say there for Arsenal. He came into his own at the back end of the season, so he's very aware of his role and how he will come in and help the German midfield out. But like you say, that the players that this German team have got, and the threat and the kind of sense of hunger that they've got about them, it will be a real test to see how much they sort of want it this afternoon. And of course, if Germany win, they'll put themselves in a very, very strong position to qualify. Well, they will qualify. It just depends whether they'll be first or second, depending on what else happens elsewhere. Sorry, chappers.
That's all right. Vicky and Izzy with commentary from 5 o'clock then of Germany against Hungary, and then at 8 o'clock you get Alistair Bruce Ball and Pat Nevin alongside Kelly Cates for Scotland against Switzerland. The Albania team are in the tunnel in Hamburg, just getting shots of Croatia players already out, and it does look like a change is coming. One, maybe two, with details of that as Albania come out onto the pitch. Let's rejoin our commentary team, Clinton Morrison and Lee Blakeman.
Thank you, Mark. Double change is going to be made by Croatia at half-time. Mario Pasalic and Luka Sukic are going to get the nod from manager Zlatko Dalic. We're just waiting to see who's going to make way, but as soon as you saw the shirt number 15 of Mario Pasalic, Clinton, your first reaction was excellent player.
Yeah, Pasalic, he's a really good player. I like him, and I think he would be good. It wouldn't surprise me if one of the players that has gone off is Brozovic. Obviously looking there, he looks like he might be one of them. And I just said you have to sacrifice one of the Asian midfielders. You've got to leave the likes of Modric and Kovacic on, because they'll create something. He's usually the holding midfielder. They need to get back into it. So I'm happy he's made changes. As sometimes managers, you look at it and you make the changes too late. He's made it on half time, so credit.
Mario Pasalic of Atalanta making his 65th Croatian appearance. Luka Sukic plays his club football for Salzburg. This will be his 8th Croatian cap. The two teams just taking to the field in Hamburg at the Volkspark Stadion. Sukic and Pasalic standing on this near side, just waiting for confirmation of the two players to make way. But ultimately, Clinton, the manager had to do something because it wasn't working. Maya and Brozovic, who we did single out, the two to drop out.
Yeah, it was either Maya or Kramaric that was going to come off. I thought they both were poor in that first half, and I said Maya gets into positions but never delivers, and I think these are two players that will come on and make a big difference, and they have to make a difference because this is Croatia and they could be going out of the Euros.
So Brozovic being replaced by Pasalic breaks up that very, very regular and formidable looking Croatian midfield three. The midfield directors, they're known as, for the Croatian side, or Mittelfeld Regisseur, if you want to put that in a different language. So that midfield three has been disrupted. So Maya and Brozovic make way. Pasalic and Sukic come on, and it's going to be Croatia to get ready to get this second half started. If you were wondering why I tried a bit of German there, it's one, because we've been challenged to, Clinton, and two, because I got a B in GCSE and I haven't used GCSE German since.
Oh, good luck to you, but I don't think I'll be any good at that, so I'll leave that to you.
Mate,
I'm just about to speak English, let alone German.
I was just about to say exactly the same thing. They're trying to challenge us to get German phrases into the commentary. Actually doing the commentary in English is quite difficult enough for somebody like me, as Croatia get the second half started, kicking from right to left at the Volkspark Stadion. It is left to right that Albania go, but it's Croatia who have possession early on. Livakovic, the goalkeeper, with Juranovic, Sutalo, Gvardiol and Perisic in front of him. Kovacic of Manchester City has the ball at the moment. Modric will take over, works it to the right, midway inside the Albania half. Here come Croatia, already enjoying more of the ball in the opening minute of the second half than they did in about the opening 5 of the first. Here's Kovacic again, ball out to the right to Juranovic, infield, passing their way through the thirds here and playing quite well early on as substitute Luka Sukic gets his first touch. Juranovic back out on the right, in goes the cross, dangerous looking cross towards Petkovic, didn't time his header properly, it was good defending to be fair, and the goalkeeper Thomas Strakosha comes to make the claim, but good positive early stuff from Croatia. As Albania go down the other end, one long ball forwards, very nearly played in Manai, tied up at the back by Manchester City's Josko Gvardiol, and Croatia will build again from the back. 2 minutes gone on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. If you've just joined our first commentary of the day, it is Croatia 0, Albania 1. Croatia could well be failing to get out of the group stages of the Euros despite impressing at the previous 2 World Cups in 2018 and 2022, and you have to say, given what we saw Saturday and so far this afternoon, it would be deservedly so. Yeah, definitely. You've got to give huge credit to Albania. They've been outstanding, and listen, they've got something to hold on to now, so defensively they've been good, but it's been better from Croatia already after only a couple of minutes, and I think they've identified where you're going to cause Albania problems is out wide, but Albania are defending ever so well at the moment, so we'll have to see, but this second half I think will be a better second half. Croatia have just won it back straight away already, more urgency and determination about their players. They come out of the centre circle, working the ball to Perisic on the left, just inside the Albania half. He goes back to Mario Mitai, infield to Kovacic, who we did praise quite a lot in the first half. He was the engine in that midfield, looked so frustrated at times because every time he passed the ball sideways or forwards it came back at him, so just tried to do it himself and ultimately kept trying to beat one player too many as Croatia worked the ball to the left to Perisic, intercepted at the back by Husaj, the Lazio defender for Albania, and it's going to be a throw in to Croatia to be taken by Perisic in amongst the substitutes who are warming up on this near side. Not much space as Croatia attack the goal away to our left for Perisic to run up, tries his best, in goes the throw, goes behind, and the referee says that's going to be a goal kick to Albania to be taken by Thomas Strakosha. Interesting, 2 changes made by Croatia at half-time, none by Albania, and rightfully so given the performance of that side in the first 45. Oh yeah, Savinho wouldn't need to make changes. I thought his team have been brilliant. He will have to make changes because they're going to have a lot of defending to do. You get tired legs, tired mind, but no, their game plan in the first half, they were fantastic, Albania, and as I said earlier, thoroughly deserved the lead. I think Croatia might make another change. Budimir might come on in the next 10 or 15 minutes because Petkovic has been really quiet. Even though he's been starved of service, I think he's got 15 minutes and then his number might be up as well, but Albania have been brilliant so far. Albania with a goal kick, so an opportunity now to bring in John Hunt at Ascot.
Thank you, Lee. This is the Queen's Bars. We're watching race 2 on the card. They're just turning for home. These are the staying stars of the future, perhaps. Young horses, all 3-year-olds, and they're led into the home straight by Mr. Hampstead with the favourite Illinois in second place. Highbury in behind in third, followed then by Papano in fourth place, and then under heavy pressure but trying to stay on is Meydan and Birdman for Ireland as well, but Illinois has come through to strike the front. front, goes on, chased by Birdman and Highbury, who are together now. They've got a furlong left to go. Maidan is staying on. Illinois still out in front just from Highbury. Both these two trained by Aidan O'Brien. Birdman coming strongly on the outside. Half a furlong to go. Illinois just drifting off a true line into the path of both Highbury and Birdman. Illinois is going to prove too strong. It's a 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien. Illinois has beaten Highbury with Birdman back in third place. Big question now though, can Croatia save their skins in the Euros? Here's Lee Blakeman.
They're going close here, John, as the header goes in at the back post from Pasalic, who came on as a half-time substitute. That's just gone off target, but while John was commentating there, Clinton, it has just taken a brilliant save from the Albania keeper Tomas Strakosha to deny the other half-time Croatian substitute Luka Sukic. Good save, dropping away to his right.
Yeah, the subs have made a difference already. Sukic comes onto his left foot, he's neat and tidy, he gets into little pockets and he's testing the goalkeeper. It was a comfortable save at a height, but it's been much better from Croatia in the second half. They're getting their big players onto the ball, causing a lot of problem. Pasalic there with a good opportunity, but another good ball from Perisic. That's where you're going to score, from out wide.
Croatia 0, Albania 1 in Group B, 6 minutes gone in the second half. Ball out for an Albania throw on the halfway line on the far side, which is their left. Still in the shade over on that far side, and this really, since the half-time break from this throw, is the first time that a Croatia player has touched the ball inside or the first time that an Albanian player has touched the ball inside the Croatian half of the field.
Yeah, you're right, and that's credit to Croatia. That's the start they've made, and they're going again on the attack here. So, as I said, something had to change. They couldn't play any worse in that than they did in that first half.
Sukic to Kramaric, who works the ball out to the right. Croatia 30 yards from goal. They come inside. Here's Kovacic of Manchester City, 25 yards out, moves to the right of centre, keeps it going, good ball. Juranovic will whip it across towards the back post, headed across the penalty area by Pasalic. Nobody there in red and white waiting to get on the end of that. Albania clear sideways, and here come Croatia again with Gvardiol out on the left this time. Runs in between two Albanian defenders, takes it to the byline. Was that a foul? Referee not interested. Gvardiol looks at him. Nothing doing, just an Albanian goal kick, the ultimate decision.
Yeah, and I think, listen, Gvardiol does ever so well there. I do think there is a little tug there, but the referee does miss it. But before that, Juranovic, his ball into the box is brilliant. I think Pasalic takes it off Perisic. If he leaves it, he's got a free header at that back post. But the manager will be much happier with this start in the second half.
Sukic and Pasalic completely changing the game in the opening stages here. Goal kick to be taken by Tomas Strakosha for Albania. It's long, no playing out from the back. They're going direct, Albania. They want the ball as far away from their penalty area as is physically possible, especially given the Croatian dominance early in this second half. Here they come, inside right with the substitute Sukic, turns the full 360 and then picks out Kramaric to the left of centre, 25 yards out, needs some support, gets some from Kovacic, edge of the area, works it onto his right foot, shot takes a deflection, watched well by Strakosha because that could have easily caught him out. In the end though, the deflection went straight into his gloves.
Yeah, it's good play again. Look how many shots they've had in this second half compared to the first half, just by making substitutions and two players that want to go forward and want to run in behind. But yeah, the likes of, as I said, Kovacic, Modric getting into this game, and you're looking now and you're thinking Albania need to get possession of the ball because it's going to be attack against defence for this whole second half.
Back defending to get that deflection in was the goal scorer, the man who scored that faint flicked header in the 11th minute, Kasim Larchi. Great block, took some of the pace off the strike of Kovacic, and in the end, ultimately, when it could have fooled his keeper, deflected straight into his gloves. But here come Croatia again with Kramaric, moves the ball back to Gvardiol, in it goes. Nobody can get on the end of the cross this time, despite best efforts being made at the far post from Pasalic, and it's another Croatia attack which goes begging. Good cross.
Yeah, it was. I think it was, Perisic and maybe on that left-hand side putting a ball in, and Pasalic, he just gets in front. But you know the one thing he's doing, Lee, which I like, Pasalic, he's making runs into the box. In the first half, not one of the midfielders were making a run beyond Pekovic, so that's what's happening now, and that is why they're causing Albania a few problems.
It was Perisic who put in the cross, the number 14 rather than number 4, something that Perisic, despite his attacking threat, was struggling to do in the first half. He, along with the rest of his teammates, doing much better since the break. Croatia 0, Albania 1, 10 minutes gone in the second half, here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, bringing you all of the flavour of Royal Ascot as well. We're at the tennis, we're at the cricket. We'll keep you fully up to date across 5 Live and BBC Sounds. 2 more big games to come later in Euro 2024. Once we're done here, Germany versus Hungary is a 5 o'clock kickoff in Stuttgart with Izzy Christensen and Vicky Sparks. And then from 8, what a game that should be, in Cologne, in Group A, Scotland against Switzerland with Pat Nevin and Alistair Bruce Ball. Cannot wait, Clinton, for that game tonight featuring Scotland. What have they got when it comes to a response? Here we're seeing a response from Croatia as they come forwards. Modric picking out Kramaric, who tried to take it in his stride. Kramaric let it run too far. Albania intercept, clear, and come forwards here with what is their first real counter-attack, or attack of any kind, since half-time. They're down the left with Mitai. Tracking back is Pasalic, the half-time substitute. Does well, but Albania make it stick midway inside the half and then go back to the halfway line. Important that they get out of their own half when they can, because it's going to be so difficult for the lowest ranked team in the group by an absolute mile to absorb 45 plus minutes of Croatian pressure.
Yeah, this is good from Albania. They're not really going anywhere, but everyone's getting possession of the ball. When you've been under pressure for a lot of the second half like they have been, it's good to get everyone to get a touch of the ball and get the confidence back in the legs.
Possession back with Croatia inside the centre circle, now just to the left of it with Gvardiol. Works it in field to his captain, Luka Modric. Incredible career, his 9th major tournament, 4 World Cups. This is his latest Euros, 16th Euros game of his career, having made his international debut 18 years ago. An incredible career. At the moment though, this not an incredible scoreline for his team. They're trailing 1-0. Cross goes in from the right towards Petkovic. Did that come off an Albania player last? Yes, says the referee. Croatia have their first corner of the second half.
Yeah, and it's down that right hand side, like Juranovic, he's getting the crosses in, and Petkovic, and this is what he wants. He wants crosses. He's not the best outside the box, but he's a threat from crosses into the box, and that is how Croatia are causing problems at the moment.
Modric to take the corner on the left, in swinger with his right foot in front of the Croatian supporters. In it goes!
What a chance. It's
Header
a free
at
header.
the near post, goes wide in the end from Josip Sutalo, who's forwards from the back.
He has to score, Sutalo. Look, it's a free header. He gets it all wrong. All he has to do is glance it, and he gets too much contact on it. He's 2 yards out, and he gets so much contact, and it goes wide. It is a golden opportunity for Croatia to equalise.
Didn't get his head to the ball as he would have liked, Sutalo. He's certainly got his head in his hands as he walks away at the moment, because he knows that was their best chance of an equaliser, certainly in this second half, if not in the entire game. Albania go long with the clearance down the other end. Ball drops onto the halfway line. Croatia 0, Albania 1. Here they come again, the Croatians. Kovacic drives forwards, works it to his left. Kramaric, edge of the area, on his left foot, takes it to the byline. Good move this, has he just run that over the byline? Referee looks at his assistant, says play can continue, but the ball is with Albania, who should complete the clearance on this near side there right, and indeed they do. Albania doing what is required so far, because despite all of the Croatian dominance, Thomas Strakosha not being called upon that many times, considering. Here come Croatia again. Kovacic, you feel, if anything is going to happen for Croatia here in terms of a goal, Kovacic or Modric will have some part to play in it some way. Here's Gvardiol for Croatia, moves it to Kovacic, two people who of course know each other very well from Manchester City. Modric out to the right, low cross comes in, takes a deflection, shot from distance is charged down as well. Modric caught that well. It was a good block by Albania. Player who made the block has stayed down, and as a result the referee stopped play because Ramadani looks to be, oh dear, well, he looks to be in some discomfort because the block, as he made it, we're just looking at the replay here, it's hit him on the thigh.
Yeah, I'm not having that because it's not a head injury. He's playing there. It's on the thigh there, and it's clever because he's stopping the attack. But the referee has to see if it's not a head injury, then you shouldn't stop the game. because I would do the same thing if my team's under pressure and it hit my thigh. I'd be rolling around pretending it hit something else, because it's clever.
For a second, the way Ramadani dropped to the ground, it looked like it hit somewhere far more sensitive.
Well, I was going to let you say that. Yeah, definitely. Swiftly moving on. It's been a good start from Croatia, but when you're on top now, this is where you need to get that goal. Because if they get one, they'll go on and win the game. But they'll be the next 10 or 15 minutes is big for Albania.
I mean, Ramadani, I don't think he's quite sure where that ball hit him, because it hit his thigh. We saw that on the replay. He's gone off holding his stomach. As he hit the ground, he went off holding somewhere else. I just don't think you know what part of him made the block. But still, we're back underway. Croatia have got it. Opportunity for Perisic. Shot takes a deflection. Goalkeeper Strakosha flying to his left, makes the save, wearing all fluorescent yellow. Croatia back in possession and back on the attack straight away from the restart.
Yeah.
More good defending though.
You're right, Lee. I think it's Perisic trying to score from there. It's not him. I think down the left-hand side they've been poor, Croatia. Perisic and Kramovic, they haven't done nothing. They haven't offered anything. Everything's gone down the right-hand side. So Delic, the manager, if he's looking to do a couple more substitutions, I think that's where he'll be looking for, to maybe just to freshen it up.
5 Live and BBC Sounds. Croatia 0, Albania 1. Albania penalised for a foul on Kovacic on the halfway line. Ramadani back on the pitch and back in the referee's eye line straight away. Ball with Kovacic inside the centre circle. Croatia 63% of the possession in this second half. I thought the dominance was greater than that, to be honest with you. Here's Modric inside right, takes it to the edge of the area. Can he whip it across? Yes, he can, towards Petkovic. Hacked away by Albania. Second ball dealt with as well as it reaches the centre circle. Croatia will come again. It looks like an equaliser is coming, Clinton.
Ajeti, it's great defending, because the ball in from Modric is fantastic. Good players know where to deliver the ball, and Petkovic would have had a chance, but they're defending ever so well at the moment.
Modric, ball gets away from him. Will the second ball fall here for Kovacic, dead centre, 35 yards out? Yes, it will. Does well, turns away from one, and then a second, keeps hold of it, brings Kramaric into the game. Back to Kovacic, now Modric, playing really well here, Croatia. Can the final ball reach Kramaric? No, it can't. Hacked away, only as far as Gvardiol. They're pressing Croatia, trailing 1-0. Modric 25 yards out, works it to the right. Well intercepted that time by Mario Mitai. And Albania should just about clear. Interesting that we keep saying when Albania clear they go long. Whenever they don't go long, they play themselves into trouble straight away, such is the way that Croatia are pressing.
Yeah, but they have to keep hold of the ball. That's their big thing. They have to keep it. That was the first time I was going to say Modric giving the ball away there. It's very unusual because they were getting up ahead of steam. But yeah, there's times where they have to keep the ball.
Here come Albania, looking for a second goal, completely against the run of play. Opportunity here as it drops on the edge of the area. Bayrami's out there. Danger. Aslani with the shot. Good save this time by Livakovic. It was a daisy cutter along the ground. It was straight at him, but that's the keeper of Croatia's first real touch of the ball in the second half. It was a shot that needed saving too.
Yeah, and it's a shot you expect him to save. I think he knows he's made the mistake in the first half, because since then he's made a couple of big saves.
Substitution is going to be made here for Albania. So going off is Yasim Asani, and he is going to be replaced by one of the people who made way, having been left out following the Spain game. It is Tolant Seferi, who is going to make way with 63 minutes of this game on. Seferi coming on as Asani makes way. So substitution made by Albania, feeling their manager that they are more than under the cosh at the moment, as Croatia come forwards again, straight from the restart. They don't need to make any more substitutions because it's working at the moment. They just need a goal to show for their play, to show for their possession. Kramaric came down the left that time. Albania able to clear, but Gvardiol will get on the end of that clearance, works it to the right, looks to pick out Juranovic. He can't make it stick. Now Croatia have got a man down in the midfield area on the edge of the centre circle. It is Sutalo who's gone down, and the referee, like he did earlier, has decided to stop play.
Yeah, I get it. If Sutalo's not seriously injured, he needs to get up. It can't be time wasting for his team. Has to get up. You can see one of the coaches I think it's Sean Luca there. I think it might be veteran Sean Luca there. One of the coaching staff has just been booked on the Croatian team, so maybe he's not happy.
Yeah, passions being shown here as the game intensifies minute by minute. Albania trying to hold on to everything they've got at the moment on their way to a win at a major tournament. For just a second time, they beat Romania 1-0 in the group stages of Euro 2016. Eventually, goal difference ruled them out of qualifying for the knockout stages 8 years ago. At the moment, they are leading the 2018 World Cup finalists by 1-0 in Hamburg. Still a long way to go, 65 on the clock. Croatia dominating this second half, but they've got some defending to do here, Croatia. They do it just about, but then get caught sleeping in the midfield. Albania have it back, 35 yards from the Croatian goal. Ball over the top, needs to be dealt with by Croatia, and is only as far as the edge of the penalty area. Manaj is involved, but eventually Kovacic does well defending, clears, and then plays the ball into the midfield area. And Croatia again now will come over halfway. Kramaric wide on the left, takes it to the edge of the area, cuts inside on his right foot, rolls the ball back. Albania get back in their numbers and defend well this time. Cleared away down the right by Christian Aslani. Really good defending. And now here come Croatia on the attack. You can't take your eyes off this game just for a second. Albania on the attack with Behrami, who shoots wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post. That's what Croatia need to be careful of as they mount attack after attack, leading gaps down the other end.
Yeah, Behrami, you can see here he never wanted to take on Guardiola. I think it's brilliant defending, but you have to be careful. Albania on the counter-attack causing problems. Kramaric, I'll be getting him off. He's been ineffective, not doing nothing on that left-hand side, causing no problems. I can just see Croatia getting Budimir ready to come on, so then maybe it might be a straight swap, but I would probably take off Kramaric and try and go 2 up and try and get that equaliser, because he's been ineffective this afternoon so far.
Croatia work it from right to left. The aforementioned Kramaric brings it down. Croatia 0, Albania 1, as we enter almost the final quarter of this game. Kovacic to Sutalo, ball to the right. Juranovic is out there, formerly of Celtic, now of Union Berlin. Gives it to a man who needs no introduction whatsoever, the captain Luka Modric. They keep it moving. Here's Gvardiol, enjoying, as we say, lots of possession. Sutalo, Modric. Croatia, can they get a goal to show for their second half dominance? Cross from the right towards Petkovic. Cross taken at its height well by goalkeeper Thomas Strakosha for Albania.
Yeah, crosses like that, Juranovic, it weren't the right angle to get crosses in, and it looks like now Albania have weathered Croatia's storm at the minute, and there will be another storm, but it looks like they're a bit flat at the moment, Croatia. They just got to keep going, keep believing. Only takes them seconds to score a goal.
It's interesting, statistically, Clinton, Kramaric has covered across the game more ground than any other Croatian player. He's covering lots of ground, but when he gets the ball at his feet, he's wasting a lot of opportunities in good areas.
And that's the problem. You can cover all the ground you want, but it's what you do with that football.
Football and not a sprinter, technically. Here are Croatia in the midfield. Kramaric again. Here he is covering more ground. Works the ball to the left. Perisic, what can he do wide on the left? That's a dangerous cross towards the back post and headed over the crossbar that time by the substitute Mario Pasalic.
Yeah, it's a great chance, and this is why I would try and get 2 strikers onto the pitch, because it can cause problems, and you can see Budimir is probably coming from Petkovic, so he's not going to have 2 up there, but it's good play from Perisic on that left-hand side. And Pasalic, he's looked the most likely in his second half, and he just can't direct that header into the far corner.
Petkovic, Clinton, is the man to make way for Ante Budimir.
Yeah, and this is just a like for like. Budimir started the first game against Spain, and he couldn't really get into the game, and Petkovic came on and he just rose reverse now, so time to be a hero.
Budimir plays his club football for Osasuna, 32 years of age, 3 international goals in his 22 caps so far. Didn't make his international debut until 3 years ago, aged 29. But he's got an opportunity to make an impact here as Croatia have it. Gvardiol forwards from the back to the left of centre, works it to the left. Perisic gets on the end of this. They continue to press Croatia. In it goes. Croatia 0, Albania 1. Just over 20 minutes of normal time remaining. So very much into the final quarter of this game. Modric, our heads constantly looking left, because that is the goal that Croatia are attacking, but every so often in danger of getting caught on the counter. Perisic plays the ball forwards. Pasalic is there. Budimir gets his first touch, and Croatia have their second corner of the second half.
Yeah. I think that man Mandzukic, that's who they're missing, a striker like Mandzukic who knew where the back of the net was.
As does this man, but he's taking the corner. Luka Modric, next to where the Croatian and Albanian fans meet, behind that goal, away to our left. Modric with the corner into the 6 yards area, headed away well by Albania, defending that goal for their lives. Croatia on the edge of the centre circle. That's a good ball out to the left if Modric can keep it in. He doesn't keep it in. Flag goes up on this near side, and it's going to be a throw-in to Albania. Leading 1-0. Do you fancy their chances of holding on, Clinton? Still a long, long way to go here.
There is a long way to go. And you always say in football, Croatia will create one big opportunity. It just depends if they can take it. But at the moment, so far so good. For Albania. So they're doing ever so well. But football's a funny game. I could say they go on and win the game, and then I could be wrong with commentators' curse. So I'm not doing that again.
Here come Croatia in the midfield with Kovacic, who's been excellent in this second half. He wasn't bad in the first half. He was certainly the best of a bad bunch for Croatia, but they've all put in a shift since half-time. The cliched rocket has been issued, no doubt, from manager Zlatko Dalic. Ball in the midfield, let run, nice. Here's Kramaric, edge of the area, right side, tried the link-up play with Budimir. Clearance comes off Kramaric. Clever piece of defending, goal kick to Albania.
I'm telling you, their biggest problem is centre forward. They don't have a good enough centre forward to go and play at international level. Budimir, it's good play from Kramaric there, really good play. He lets it go through his legs. He wants the 1-2, and the layup from Budimir is nowhere near good enough. If you don't have a top quality centre forward for international football, the team will struggle.
Goal scorers off Clinton for Albania. Kasim Larchi making way. It's his 11th minute header. Just the slightest of touches. That's all it needed, though, to beat goalkeeper Lovakovic. That header is what separates the two teams in Hamburg.
Yeah, and it was an important header, and he's done ever so well. He's worked his socks off in that midfield row and thoroughly deserved it. And it was a desire to run in behind, and that's what you want your midfielders to do. That's what Croatia's midfielders haven't done until this second half. Replacing him, Klaus Jasula, wearing shirt number 8. Croatia have it back with goalkeeper Lovakovic. 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Croatia 0, Albania 1. Clinton Morrison and Lee Blakeman, your team here for the first of 3 commentaries this afternoon. Next, once we are done, Germany versus Hungary with Izzy Christensen and Vicky Sparks. And then from 8 tonight, the other Group A game, Scotland against Switzerland. Kelly Cates, Pat Nevin and Alistair Bruce Bull, our team in Cologne. Here come Albania on the attack, looking for a second. Tame shot goes in from 25 yards out. Easy piece of goalkeeping that time, Clinton, to deny Seferi the substitute. Yeah, it was easy from goalkeeping there. Seferi done ever so well, and a few of his players around him are shouting at him to lay the ball on, but he's like, I've done all the hard work. I'm entitled to have my shot. Kovacic comes forwards looking for an equaliser, works the ball sideways. Here's Kramaric, great chance, Kramaric 1-1! And the Croatian equaliser finally arrives. It's been coming since half-time. Kramaric, who scored more or covered more ground on this pitch than any other Croatian player, finally does something effective in front of goal. The Croatians have their equaliser. It's Croatia 1, Albania 1. I knew if Croatia scored, I knew it was going to be him. I said he's not had a good game. I said maybe he should come up, and he's just shut me up. And fair play to him. He has this good play again from Kovacic. A little round the corner from Budimir. He's onside Kramaric, and he just gives the goalkeeper the eyes and puts it into that far corner. So brilliant. Sometimes I do that on purpose, say people are having a bad game and they must hear me. They must hear me in their ears, and basically, but it's a great goal. It's a brilliant finish from Kramaric. But that's all about Kovacic driving, and a great little touch from Budimir. He couldn't do that literally 2 or 3 minutes before. It is game on now. Great first touch, opened up his body
wrapped his right foot around the ball and swept it into the goalkeeper's bottom right-hand corner. And we did say earlier that Kovacic or Modric would play a big part in any Croatian equaliser. Kovacic, superb driving forwards just before that.
Yeah, and that's what good players do, and big players, they step up when your team needs you, and that's what they've done at the moment. They've stepped up.
Here come Croatia, looking to take the lead now. Ball over the top, chance straight away for 2-1. Can it get put in here? He couldn't quite take it in his stride that time. Mario Pasalic, and goalkeeper Strakoška comes to smother the ball, so nearly 2-1.
Yeah, it's good play. Budimir's come on and made a really difference, and it was, Pelasic who makes that run in behind, and you're thinking, can you sort your feet out, maybe get your shot away? But it's a good little play. Guardiola with a ball, great little touch around the corner, and he should do better. The ball just gets stuck under his feet from Pasalic. Look, it's a great opportunity, but it gets stuck under his feet and he can't do it. But really good goalkeeping and defending in the end.
Credit to Pasalic for staying on his feet, because he could have easily gone down under a challenge there, and the referee would have had a big penalty call to make. Pasalic and Sukic came on as substitutes at half-time for Maya and Brozovic. We've got 15 minutes to go. Already they've had more shots combined than the two they replaced. So they've had an effect. Here we go with Budimir down the left, and it deflects in! Budimir with the pullback, and Pasalic, who we just mentioned, has let the ball run, and it is put in by Luka Sukic to give Croatia the lead. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes to turn this game around. Croatia from 1 down, lead in Hamburg by 2 goals to 1.
Yeah, and I think it might go down as an own goal. Albania complaining that their player was down, but the referee said no, it's not a head injury, so and continued. But it was good play from Budimir. He's come on and made a big difference. It was rolled down in the inside challenge. He shows great strength, cuts it back, and Pasalic is there, and I think it ricochets off a defender and goes in. And I'm just gonna see here, but yeah, they want a foul here, but there's never a foul. It's good defending, and the Albanian players were not happy, but we can see here it's good, very good play. It's a good run, really good. A great ball from Kramaric. Budimir does ever so well. It's great strength. He cuts it back, and Pasalic has a shot, and it's an own goal. I knew it was an own goal watching it. The block comes in, and it deflects, and it goes in off the unfortunate defender into his own goal. So it's really disappointing.
Yeah, Budimir with the pullback. The shot went in from Sukic, deflects in off an Albania player. He ran away claiming it's Sukic, like any good attacking player would.
I think it's the sub, Glasaluni, who's just come on. I think it's him. It deflects off him, the Albanian substitute.
Yasula.
Yep, that's it.
It's deflected in off. Croatia 2, Albania 1. It was a scramble inside the penalty area, caused in the first place by Budimir, who did really well to keep the ball in on the byline when it looked like it was going to go behind for a goal kick. He pulled it back, Sukic put the shot in, and then it deflected in off Klaus Yasula to tidy that up. Smoke bomb's gone off inside the Volkspark Stadion in Hamburg, where Croatia have turned it around with 2 goals in 3 second half minutes. But you have to say, on the balance of play in the second half, Croatia more than deserved the lead. Confirmation just coming up in front of us on our monitor here. It has been credited as a Yasula own goal. Good play by Sukic and Budimir, 2 of the substitutes in the first place. Croatia 2, Albania 1 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. What have Albania got left? Is that them down and out?
Well, they've got to keep going. He's got to look to his bench. He's got to definitely bring on Broja now, because they've just sucked deeper and deeper, and they have to go for it. And the game will open up, and that will suit Croatia. But credit to Croatia, because the second half they've been brilliant, and they've been dominant in possession. And Delic, the manager's made substitutions, and the substitutions have paid. All 3 of them have contributed in the second half.
Yasula walks away, cutting the figure of a very, very frustrated Albanian midfielder at the moment, as the management team, including Silvino and Pablo Zabaleta for Albania, sit plotting what to do next. Croatia getting ready to bring on Borna Sosa as their latest substitute. They've got a free kick here. Modric nudges it to his right. Sukic will carry it forwards, back to Modric, edge of the area, left side, flicks the ball forwards with the outside of his right boot. Might fall here, chance for 3-1. This time Budimir couldn't get the ball out from between his feet. Another Croatian chance that would have killed the game.
Yeah, it would have, and it was a short one, and Modric with a great little ball on the outside of the boot. And you're thinking, can Budimir control the ball? But he doesn't, it gets away from him. But as I said, Croatia second half, they played like 45 minutes today, but they've been brilliant in the second half.
10 minutes to go. Croatia 2, Albania 1 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. BBC Sounds, the place where you can find the Football Daily, including Wayne Rooney, my Euro 2004, the story of Wayne Rooney's incredible tournament. Listen only on BBC Sounds via the Football Daily feed. Some great bespoke content from across the Euro 2024 tournament on there for you right now, and there will continue to be for the next 3 weeks. Every single game live here on 5 Live and BBC Sound, as Croatia come forwards again, looking for a third. Really have shown their class at last in the second half. Ball out to the left as Kovacic picks out Perisic. Perisic with the cross, and it's hooked away at the back post, because that was oh so nearly 3-1 to Croatia, and game, set and match. In the end, Albania work the ball to their left back area and will clear it away from danger, or at least should. They keep it inside the penalty area at the moment. They need to go long away because they're being pressed for their lives here, and they've lost it. As a result, Croatia have it back, edge of the area. Budimir with the layoff, cut out again by Albania, who are just inviting more and more pressure onto themselves. This time they go long and very nearly find themselves through on the Croatian goal.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good game. This will be a good few minutes left in this game, and it's going to go end to end because Albania know they have to try and get something from this game. But yeah, it's good play from Croatia, and it's that guy again, Kovacic. What Kovacic do, him and Modric, they slow it down, and then he just quickens it, and he bursts forward, and he 9 times out of 10 always picks the right pass. Kovacic,
their best player across the 90 minutes by a mile, but two players who've had a huge impact, the two half-time substitutes, Mario Pasalic and Luka Sukic, absolutely superb the way they've changed things. And we have got 8 minutes to go in Hamburg. What a game, another treat for you. Croatia 2, Albania 1. Germany versus Hungary is next, with Vicky Sparks and Izzy Christensen. Ball on the halfway line. Here come Albania with a rare move forwards. Ramadani picks out a teammate, and now Albania find themselves on the left, edge of the area, cross hooked in too deep, and very, very, very cool defending by Perisic to chest it back to his goalkeeper.
I love all that. It's brilliant defending from Perisic. He checks his body, sees no one's behind him, and casually chests it back to the goalkeeper. Fantastic defending.
In the midst of all the carnage here, end-to-end football, Elside Husay, the Albanian right-back, plays for Lazio, has just picked himself up a yellow card for something. It's been that end-to-end at the Volkspark Stadion. We didn't pick up what he was booked for, but he's just been given a yellow card. We are just absolutely transfixed by the game we are watching, because it's absolutely brilliant. Have Albania got anything left? Leading 1-0 at half-time, trailing now by 2-1. They were leading 1-0 on Saturday after 23 seconds against Italy. Ultimately lost that 2-1. The Italian goals both coming in the first half. Today Croatia's both coming in the space of 3 second half minutes. Is that a foul? An Albania free kick for a pull on the halfway line. Yes, foul given against Sutalo for Croatia. Not over yet. One thing you can say about this Albania side, what we've seen over the last 2 games, a lot of fight in them as Croatia get ready to make a double change.
Yeah, they'll keep going. They'll definitely keep going. I think that's Perisic's one who's coming off, and Sosa, who is a left back, will just slot into Perisic's position. But they'll keep going, Albania. I'm surprised. Unless Broja's got an injury, I'm so surprised he hasn't brought him on.
Borna Sosa is coming on, wearing shirt number 19. Perisic will make way, and the other player who is coming on for Croatia, Martin Baturina, wearing shirt number 26. He's getting ready to make his entrance, and he is going to take the place of Andre Kramaric, who got that equaliser.
Yeah, he silenced me as well, because I didn't think he had a good game, but fair play to him. Good players turn up, and it was a really good finish.
So a double change made by Croatia manager Zlatko Dalic. How many minutes have we got? Not many left to go at all, as Albania get ready to make a change. Ramadani is going to go off. Arba Hoxha is going to come on for Albania. So off goes Ramadani. Changes being made left, right and centre. Warm, hot, sunny day in Hamburg as the ball goes out for an Albania throw on this near side. The Albania right, midway inside the Croatia half, to be taken by Husai, who got that yellow card a few moments ago. Manai's been replaced by Doku as well for Albania. Final few minutes of this game, which has been absolutely balmy. Croatia 2, Albania 1. Scotland, Switzerland to come later at 8 from Cologne. Should be an absolute cracker, that. Scotland with it all to do. Croatia have had it all to do here, and they're doing it at the moment. Another foul given against Sutalo. I'm not quite sure how many more of those he's going to get away with.
I don't know how he hasn't been booked for the first one where he pulled him back, so referee's been really lenient so far.
Spent quite a bit of stoppage time because we've had a lot of substitutions here. 85.5 on the clock. Throw-in's gone the way of Croatia in their right-back area to be taken by Josip Juranovic. And when you look at the shake-up of the Croatian back four coming into this game, two attacking full-back, Juranovic on the right, Perisic on the left, both have had real impacts moving forwards and doing well defensively too.
Yeah, definitely, and that's why he played those two players. Juranovic on that right-hand side has been really good, and Perisic was good in the second half, getting crosses into the box.
Albania go long down their left, looking for substitute Seferi. Settles for a throw-in for his team, takes it quickly, goes short, boxed in, right by the corner flag here, Albania. Luka Modric back, doing his bit, defending this time. He's been so instrumental going forwards along with Kovacic in the midfield. Croatia trying to dribble the ball out, very nearly get caught out. Albania have it back in the midfield area on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Ball work to the right to Bayrami, who scored that early goal for Albania on Saturday against Italy. Switches from right to left. Seferi's over there, works it back, offside flag goes up, and the Albania attack comes to a premature end. They trail Croatia 2-1.
Yeah, they'll create a chance, Albania. They've got to keep believing. There's still enough time to create a chance. It always makes me laugh when a team's been dominant like Croatia and then you score that second goal and then you instantly just sit back. But you have to give credit to Albania. They're now making a game of it.
Have they got anything left? Dying seconds in Hamburg, and Croatia in no hurry to take this free kick inside their own half. Deserved, Clinton, on the balance of play, this 2-1 lead for Croatia?
I would say in the second half performance, yeah. I think second half they've been good. They've moved the ball quicker. They've got their good players, big players into the game. The substitutions have worked and been effective, and that's all you can hope for as a manager, is you make changes and they become effective, and that's what's happened in this second half.
Croatia in from the left, opportunity here. Sukic is forward, Kovacic will pick up the pieces. Left foot onto his right, rolls it back. Modric 20 yards out, tries the shot, drags it just wide of the bottom corner as he shot across goal.
Yeah, that would have been the icing on the cake if Luka Modric, because I think him and Kovacic in that second half, they played as a two and they've dominated. They've controlled that midfield, and that's why Croatia have grown back into this game, which has allowed Pasalic to make the runs into the box. But yeah, he's unlucky with that strike.
It was one of those shots that as soon as Modric unleashed it, we both sat back in our seats waiting for the bottom corner of that net to bulge. Didn't quite happen that time. Here come Croatia again though, down their left, continuing to close in on the Albanian penalty area. Baturina, the substitute, from his left foot onto his right, tried the cross, I think it was. It turned into a shot, and the goalkeeper Strakosha was able to make the save.
Listen, Baturina does ever so well. He's fouled about 3 or 4 times in that build-up, and he gets into the box, and he's still stumbling, but manages to get his shot away, and it's a comfortable save. But that's what you want, impacts from your substitutions when there's tired legs, and that can take you up the pitch.
A few decent runs that we've seen from Baturina down that left side since he came on, as we approach the final minute of the 90 in Hamburg. 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Second round of group games at Euro 2024. And if the others are anything like this, we're in for an absolute treat over the next few days. This one's not over yet because Albania cutting in from the left, move it dead centre. Shot goes in, good save by the keeper. Follow-up goes over the crossbar. It was a good save, first and foremost from Levakovic. Offside flag has gone up very late. Levakovic didn't know that. As he made the save, he spilled it and the rebound was put over the crossbar.
Let me tell you something about Levakovic. He's been outstanding since. I know he's made the mistake the first time, but this is a good save. But you know what? It's a second save. He doesn't know that Daku's offside, and he does ever so well. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant save. And then the second one where he's brave and he gets a kick in the head. But since that mistake in that first half, I think he's been outstanding, and one big save that he made in the first half.
Fenerbahce goalkeeper making a superb stop there. Offside flag ultimately would have saved Croatia. Didn't know that at the time, as we wait to see how long's going to be added on for stoppages at the end of the 90 in Hamburg. What a game. Croatia 2, Albania 1. Just see the Croatia supporters absolutely loving life given the performance of their team in the second half. 5 additional minutes for Albania to try and find an equaliser that just for a second we thought they got.
Yeah, because they'll get opportunities. I said it, that was an opportunity. They might get one more. They always say in football you get one big opportunity. That wasn't a big one, but they could get opportunities, and it's still going to be the 5 minutes because he's still down, injured at the moment, the goalkeeper. But yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because Albania have been outstanding. It's been a brilliant football match.
Yeah, Dominik Levakovic just got caught as he made the save. Brilliant piece of goalkeeping to make the initial save, and then as the rebound came in, throw himself at the feet of the Albanian striker Merlin Daku, who came on as a substitute, caught his nose, just still receiving a little bit of treatment, walks behind his goal, medical team still with him, so as soon as he's fit and ready to continue, we will do so here.
You have to do all the tests and stuff like that. I know some players in their own mind will say they're alright, but you have to do all the tests. He got kicked in his nose, his nose still looks good, and now they've added an extra minute on that. Now it's 6 minutes of added on time.
So still a bit of time to play here. We've seen a fan with a megaphone in amongst the Croatian fans. The rest of them are that loud, I don't think any megaphone is going to make a blind bit of difference, to be honest with you. Croatia 2, Albania 1, as we get ready to get this game back underway. Levakovic is patched up, he is fit to continue, and he's fit enough to take the goal kick. So 6 minutes to play from now as Croatia lead by 2-1 here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. It has been, Clinton, I've mentioned it a couple of times, just an absolute treat to be part of this and witness this game, because it was all Albania in the first half, all Croatia in the second, which as neutrals has made it just superb.
Yeah, that's football, and that's why it's been a good tournament so far. I've really enjoyed the Euros. Every game's been competitive, it's been played at a brilliant standard, and there's been some real quality on show, and so far so good this afternoon.
Here come Albania down their left into the penalty area. They go here, opportunity, chance for an equaliser. Can Sutalo get it away? Shots blocked again, and Albania eventually hook it over. Referees awarded Croatia a free kick, but just for a second I thought Daku was going to hook it in rather than off target.
Yeah, it was good play down that left hand side, and you were thinking an opportunity is coming. I did say they would get a big opportunity, and this was it. You're thinking, can Daku sort his feet out? It's a good block from Sosa. I think the block from Sosa is basically, if they go on to get the 3 points, Daku just catches Guardiola in the head. It is dangerous play, and he deserves his yellow card, but his shot the first time is a good opportunity, where it's good defending from Sosa.
So a yellow card for Daku and a missed opportunity from Daku as well. That's a couple of chances he has had to bring Albania level in this game. He's failed to do so, and it's going to be a free kick to Croatia. Frantic activity on the touchline as well, involving both sets of supporters. Another smoke bomb's gone off behind the goal that Albania are attacking away to our right. Some confused faces on the pitch, but eventually we will restart via a free kick to be taken by the Croatia keeper.
I think they're going mad on the touchline. I don't know why. I think they're wanting, saying, can VAR get involved? But once Oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But we've continued anyway.
Albania have it on their left. Coming forward, challenge goes in. Albania throw. Just past the midway point of the half. Final seconds in Hamburg. Because of that injury to Livakovic, a little bit more time to play. They go forward. Aslani plays the ball to the left for Albania. Couple of touches, nice through ball. Albania left side of the area. It's not cleared. Shot goes in, and there's the equaliser. It's Yasula who has brought Albania level deep into stoppage time. The second half has been all Croatia. They've taken their foot off the pedal just for a second, and Yasula has drilled in the Albania equaliser hard and low. No chance this time for the impressive Livakovic in the Croatian goal. And would you believe it? It's Croatia 2, Albania 2. Clinton.
Yeah, they deserve it, to be fair, over the last 5 minutes, because Croatia have just sat back. It's been poor for Croatia, and I think it's Pasalic here, you know, on this left-hand side. No, it's not. It's Sucic. Doesn't follow his runner, so his runner gets a free run, and it's a ball into the box. And Yasula is in there. It's a great finish. Left foot, nice and composed. As I said, Croatia concede too many goals, but what a finish that is. Nice and controlled into that far corner, and looks like it's going to be a point each, which is not good enough for any team.
Running onto it, Yasula, unmarked with his left foot, put his shot hard and low through the legs of the defender Vardiol, past the goalkeeper Livakovic, who went flying away to his right. He's been in the wars this afternoon, Livakovic, no two ways about that. He's got his nose patched up, he's made some impressive saves, but nothing he could do to keep that one out. Croatia players on the floor, crestfallen, but we've still got, by our watch here, about 2 minutes to go. Croatia 2, Albania 2. 6 minutes added on. The clock says 96 are up, but we've had a few more minutes added on because of injuries here. And Albania fancy their chances to win it. Hook from the centre circle, out to the left. Is there chance for a winner here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds? 2-2. Albania inside the Croatia penalty area, looking to pull the ball back. It's absolute chaos in Hamburg. What a game, and what a dramatic end to it. It's with Mitai for Albania. 1-2 played. Ball pulled back. Here's Yasula again. Plays it forwards. Shot from Yasula, edge of the area. Blocked this time. Croatia will clear, and Albania will head it back forwards. Have Croatia got anything left here in the midfield with Modric? He beats 2 men. He keeps on going. Tries to beat 1 too many. And then eventually Baturina gets involved, and Croatia are awarded a free kick. Yellow card shown that time, Clinton, to Yasula.
Yeah, you see, I can't believe how bad Croatia have been over the last 5-6 minutes. They were dominating this football match, absolutely dominating. And then he makes 2 changes, which for me, you probably don't have to make changes. You can just keep it how it is. And then they've just sunk back. Well, you got to credit Albania. I did say when you make changes like that, you do get big opportunities, and Yasula deserves it. Scores an unfortunate own goal, and then is the hero with the equaliser.
Yeah. Dying seconds now. Cross goes in from the Croatian left, this time from Borna Sosa. It's cleared away, and now here come Albania on the counter. One last chance to win it. Can they take it? Through ball, very nearly picked out the runner Seferi, and eventually it's picked up by goalkeeper Livakovic, who throws it back out, and here come Croatia looking for a winner. Clinton said a few moments ago that a draw's not really any good for either of these two teams. In the group with Spain and Italy, they both want a winner. Kovacic with a chance to get one. Edge of the area, on his left foot, Kovacic, goalkeeper spilled it, and it should be cleared eventually, and is, by Albania. And there is the final whistle. What a game. Kovacic falls to the pitch, crestfallen, as does Modric as well, and many other of those experienced Croatian players who found themselves 1 down at half-time. They scored twice in 3 second-half minutes to make it 2-1 before Yasula equalised for Albania deep into second-half stoppage time to make it 2-2. Modric looks a very annoyed, upset and frustrated man. Clinton Morrison, I think we need a lie down.
Yeah, we do. I'd love another 45 minutes of that, because that was a fantastic football match, end to end, in particular in that second half. But Croatia will be disappointed, because you can't be winning it 2-1 with 3 or 4 minutes to go, and you've got to see out games, and you've got to defend, and you've got to keep going. But credit to Albania, thoroughly deserved that draw, because I thought in the first half they were the better team, and both teams have got it all to do now. Croatia have to go and beat Italy if they want to progress through to this. But what a game of football, and this tournament gets better and better each game.
It certainly does. This the first of 3 games we've got for you on 5 Live this afternoon. The other 2 are going to have to go some to beat this. Final score in Hamburg: Croatia 2, Albania 2.
You credit Croatia for making the changes at half-time, and that completely changed the game and gave them all the momentum. And then the last sort of 10 minutes, they just sat back.
I don't get it, chappers. I always say when teams are dominating and you're winning a football match, why sit back? Go and get that 3rd goal, because the other team will come forward, and that's where spaces open up. The Croatian players are fuming at the moment, because I do credit the manager.
Do you know what? Their body language is as if they're out.
Yeah, because they know they've got a tough game against Italy, who are a very good team attacking-wise, but they got to keep believing. You know what this Croatian team's like? They keep on going. They always do well at good major tournaments, but yeah, their body language does look like they're out, because it's a golden opportunity missed. But credit Albania, chappers. They never know when they're beaten.
No, and the other thing, if you are Zlatko Dalic in particular, you've got to ask Sucic why he didn't go with his man at the end.
That's what it's laziness, and he switched off. You can't say you're tired, chappers. You've only come on at half-time. It's just laziness. You switch off, and you don't see your runner going with you. And I could see it building up. Stay with your runners, and then it's a good finish as well. But yeah, Dalic won't be happy with his substitution, because the substitutions he made were really good, but he has to track his runner. Has to.
I'll tell you what, Leif, I mean, Albania deserve a lot of credit there. They took the lead against Italy and were then pulled back and turned around and lost that, but they gave a good account of themselves. And the Albanian fans here, having taken the lead, they've rescued a draw, and the Albanian fans, in contrast to Croatia, are reacting as if they've won it.
Absolutely, it's a party one end, and you've got near on tears the other amongst the Croatian supporters, because like Clinton says, they've got to go Croatia and play Italy next. But do you know what? Albania, you would have forgiven their fans, their players, for just giving up when they went 2-1 down, because they had the heartbreak against Italy, as you just mentioned there, having led early on. They led here, they went 2-1 down. It was all Croatia. You couldn't see a way back for them, because Croatia was so dominant in the second half. But then Jasula, he took that opportunity for the equaliser. As you just mentioned, his runner didn't pick him up, but what a finish that was, Clinton. Superb.
Yeah, they deserve it, chappers, and Croatia would be disappointed, because second half it was much better, but it's one of those things you have to defend right till the last kick of the game.
So the second round of group games underway with a bang. Lee, Clinton, thank you very much. Albania 2, Croatia 2. Next we're on to the hosts.